You actually thought that these numbers, these GDP numbers, would surprise to the upside. Do you think they'd be this much?
I don't think anyone thought that they're going to be this good. But obviously there's a lot of volatility quarter to quarter. Look, GDP's a bit of a lagging indicator, and if you look at the earnings numbers that had just come out of Tokyo, they had an absolute barnstormer of an earnings season. We had net profits up 26% year on year. You know how incredibly timid Japanese companies are. After all, their managers really don't have any equity skin in the game. And yet 110 companies are revised up just 3 months into the year. That's got to tell you something.
It absolutely is. So when is that wage inflation going to happen? Is it just now a matter of time, Nick?
Well, I think obviously we've got some of the tightest labour markets, certainly stronger than anything I've seen over the 30 years I've been in Japan. But to an extent, you're looking at the wrong numbers, aren't you? Those numbers that come out of the Labour Ministry really shouldn't be called statistics. And probably the best thing of looking at like for like are the numbers that come out of the unions. And the unions are giving a number of 1.98% growth in wages, like for like. And that compares with CPI at nothing at all. So it's not something to be getting overly excited about, but those wages are coming in so-so.
Nick, are these growth numbers because of external demands, or is it because the domestic demand is picking up?
Yeah, that's a funny one, isn't it? I mean, obviously the GDP numbers are actually really correlate best with the previous quarter of earnings usually. In the quarter we just had, June quarter earnings, the strength was really coming out of the international side. So we're getting upgrades and beats from steel, from chemicals, from trading companies. And yet when, well, obviously I've been in your office and haven't had the chance to look at them in detail, but the GDP numbers look very much about the domestic side. So consumption's been good, corporate investment has been good. So that's a pretty broad base of improvement.